Completing my review of the custom settings options in the new project dialog, we now get to the capture settings below General. Capture settings control how Premiere Pro transfers video and audio directly from a deck or camera. None of the other project settings will affect capturing. The contents of this panel depend on the editing mode. If you're capturing DV footage, you don't need to change capture settings. When DV or IEEE 1394, otherwise known as Firewire capture, is the selected capture format, no options are available because the options are automatically set to the IEEE 1394 standard. Additional capture formats and options may appear in your dialog if you install other software, such as software included with a capture card that's compatible with Premiere Pro. So in most cases, there's no settings to apply here. Next, we get to video rendering. Video rendering settings affect how Premiere Pro generates video when you select the sequence render work area. The maximum bit depth setting maximize the color bit depth in video played back in sequences. This setting may not be available if the selected compressor provides only one option for bit depth. The previews section controls file format, compressor, and color depth, and these specify how Premiere Pro plays previews. Select a combination that gives you the best quality previews while keeping rendering time and file size within tolerances acceptable for your system. For certain editing modes, these settings cannot be changed. Notice that for file format, I have video for Windows, uncompressed 10-bit or uncompressed 8-bit. And for video for Windows, I have a variety of compressor options. Again, this will change based on the type of file format that you're working with and also what codecs you have installed on your system. The Optimize Stills option uses still images efficiently in sequences. For example, if a still image has a duration of 2 seconds in a project set to 30 frames per second, Premiere Pro creates one 2-second frame instead of 60 frames at 1/30th of a second each. Deselect this option if sequences exhibit playback problems when displaying still images. I frequently do have problems with still images displaying back unnaturally or funny, so sometimes I'll go in here to the new project and turn off the optimized stills. Next, we get to the default sequence settings. These control the number of video tracks and the number and type of audio tracks for new sequences that you do create. I typically work with at least 2 video tracks, and I have a mono audio master track because I don't often create video for playback on a computer that contains my audio with a stereo track. Instead, I go with mono, but I do include, in some cases, a stereo track as well as a mono submix track, stereo submix track, and then you also have a 5.1 options either as an audio track or as a submix. So there you have all your options if you decide to set up custom settings for your new Premiere Pro projects. Let me now move on to the next movie and talk about auto-saving and working with offline files.